Alright! Hey, what is up, guys? It's me, Eddie, and I am back with another episode of Katawa Shoujo. So, I think it's pretty straightforward what we do from here. I will do a very rapid sound check. You're used to this by now. And after that, we shall all get going. How does that sound? Hold on. Load faster. Okay, everything looks good. Oh god, my throat. Okay. The moment the bell rings out, a collective sigh of relief comes from everyone. Much of the morning's been taken up on a droning lecture on stoichiometry, a topic entirely unbefitting of the insufferable heat permeating the classroom. Stoichiometry. I'll have to look that up later. Knowing that any attempt to teach anything would be an exercise in futility, Muto gives up and begins clearing the teaching materials from his desk for the day. Hanako! Aww. As a meaningless banter starts filling up the classroom, I notice Hanako getting up and coming to my desk. Hold on, let me drag this thing just a little bit closer. Okay, there we go. She's been a lot less withdrawn lately, something which gives me a small measure of satisfaction. Hello, Hisao. Hey, wanna go pick up Lily then? It's close to the time when she'd need to get going if she's going to make the flight. Oh, it's today! About that. She said she might be held up a bit by her classmates. I suppose that makes sense. Her class usually gets off a little earlier than ours, so Lily would normally have to just come to her classroom. Her class must be sending her off. Well, never mind. We can wait outside her classroom for once, right? She gives a small giggle before nodding, the two of us taking our things and leaving for 3-2's classroom. When we reach our destination, I stop in idle amusement at the scene inside. One of the shorter girls from the class has Lily wrapped in an enthusiastic hug, her head no higher than Lily's chin. Her other friends, which are several, are gathered around her as well. Lily smiles kindly and hugs her back. I guess Lily must be pretty popular. Compared to Shizune's harsh but fair dictatorship of 3-3, Lily seems more like a mother figure for 3-2, to say nothing of her high looks. Kenji's pointedly cool demeanor as he packs up his things at his seat in the back corner of the classroom is expected. He's no doubt far from a fan of the fuss being made about Lily's leaving. Looking beside me and seeing Hanako following my gaze, I decide to finally enter the room. Afternoon, Lily. It's just me and Hanako. Hanako withers noticeably when exposed to the din being made around Lily. Try as she might, I doubt she'll ever completely get over her social anxiety. Hello. Lily manages to work out her position reasonably well, her classmate detaching herself without a second word. A look of slight exasperation is written on Lily's face, though I can't say I blame her. Hello, Hisao, Hanako. Do we have much time before the flight leaves? I give a good glance at my watch. Taking a trip to the airport into account, there's a good 10, maybe 15 minutes left, while still allowing for contingencies. Yeah, we have still a few minutes to kill. Wouldn't worry about missing it yet. Ah, is this Hanako? I think we've just inadvertently become entangled in Lily's social web. The girl's probably part of the legally blind faction of the class like Kanji, given her almost window pane-like spectacles. Her short, roughly cut hair gives her a look that fits her excitable expression. Hello. She takes Hanako's hand and pulls it up and down enthusiastically. I really don't get how girls can be so social to someone they know only as a friend of a friend. Well, to be fair, I think it's more about being an extrovert than it is about being a girl. I really doubt Hanako. Hanako really doesn't seem to be responding in kind, despite the fact that she's a friend of Lily's. While Hanako exchanges nervous greetings, I look around the room for my short and overdressed next-door neighbor. Try as I might, he seems to have slipped out of the classroom without anyone noticing. For a moment, I try to think of possible career paths that could possibly benefit from his single skill before putting my mind to more pertinent matters. Lily seems pleased, if somewhat guarded about the enthusiasm Hanako suddenly excited from those around her. She might not see it, but Hanako's much less panicked about the affair than I'd anticipated. Shuffling my way through the gaggle of classmates, I eventually managed to reach her. Don't worry, Hanako's fine. Thank you, I thought she might be overwhelmed by them. Blah. Don't worry, we'll be gentle. Both of us grimace in unison. Hanako's nervous grin stays plastered on her face as another couple of girls move in to meet her. It's kind of amazing to know that even just a month ago she'd never have been able to cope with a situation like this. Even when I first met her, the two of us completely alone, she sprinted from the library. So, got everything you need? It's all packed. I just have to go to my room to pick it up on the way, and Hanako and I need to change. I guess we better get going then. Hanako? Hanako's head flicks up towards us in a flash, her face unmistakably appreciating the chance to extricate herself from the small group gathered around her. Coming. Aw, you too. Oh, we're going all three of us. Okay. The long taxi ride to the airport is surprisingly pleasant, despite the three of us being rather squashed together to fit in the small back seat. On the other hand, maybe despite isn't the right word. Lily pays a fare to the driver as we file out, Hanako's eyes flittering left and right. Thankfully, there aren't too many people around, most of them being inside the main building rather than milling around outside. Yo! It isn't too hard to spot Akira and Hideaki leaning against the fence while trying to pass the time. A large black travel bag, complete with the wheels and travel handle, leans against the fence alongside them. Is Shizune not here? Hideaki is the first to notice us, pointing us out to Akira, who gives an over-enthusiastic wave. Hey, hey! Oh, I love this face. I grab Lily's travel bag for her as we go to meet the two, earning a nod of appreciation. I've got my stuff packed away here. You got yours? Plane ticket as well? Don't worry, I've everything. You? Yep, all ready to go. Not without some problems along the way, I might add. These two expressions. The snide remark has his head roughly dragged around by a very firmly clamped on hand. Hey, yeah, I kind of forgot it was in my trousers pocket. Trousers that I put in the wash. Oh no. Don't worry, don't worry. Did you know you can print out tickets if you order online nowadays? It's really cool, Akira. Oh, Akira, you are fucking hilarious. Hideaki's pained expression says this wasn't a solution found quickly. It could have been worse, I guess. Better start off then. Check-in should be ready by now. Yeah, you're right. There's a certain amount of wistfulness in both their voices. To say nothing of the people left behind, meeting their family again after all these years would be big for them. Lily. Aww. Hanako wraps Lily in a gentle hug to say goodbye, one of which is warmly reciprocated. Lily and I share a brief hug afterwards, each of us saying our goodbyes. Interesting, we didn't follow Lily to the airport back in the Hanako route. That's kind of interesting. Interesting. Beside us, Akira and Hideaki break off from a small hug and a word or two between them. It would probably look quite nice if not for almost the comical height difference between the two. Lily takes a hold of her sister's arm once all that needs to be said in farewells is said, the two walking past the huge glass doors. Goodbye, Hisao, Hanako. See ya! Don't do anything stupid, shorty. We wave at them until they disappear from sight in the throng of people moving about inside. And then, we're alone. Well, that's that. I turn to see Hideaki already beginning to walk off. See ya. He throws a hand into the air in a matter of expect of Akira. In the end, it's just Hanako and me left standing outside. I rest my hand on her shoulder. She absentmindedly gazes the front doors of the building as if she might catch a glimpse of either of the two before they disappear. Don't worry, the time will pass fast. She hesitates for a moment, but eventually nods. With the scorching heat of the summer sun beaming down on us, we make our way to the nearby bus stop. It's strange, really. Just when I begin to see Lily differently, she leaves on what almost feels like a pilgrimage to the past. In a way, though, that's what I've been doing since coming to Yamaku. As much as I may reflect on everything that's happened to me, I'm hardly unique. Everyone has their own circumstances and separate paths to get to where they are now. Yet I still can't really work out how I should proceed. My life may have practically been reset. I still can't find anything that satisfactorily fills the hole I still feel in myself. Maybe Lily's leaving will have been a good thing for me. Without her to lean on, I'll need to do more for myself. I'll have to be there for Hanako as well. It feels strange to have so much changing so quickly after my months in that hospital that seemed to exist so separately from reality, but that's all the more reason for me to keep focused. I can't let any opportunity to slip out of my fingers in my attempt to rebuild my life. Act 3, Present. I rest my chin on my hand as I absent-mindedly look out the window. Yet another of Muto's lectures droning on and on as if it were endless. The summer sky is almost alluring in its deep, bright cerulean splendor. Only the odd passing cloud breaks up the deep blue expanse. This feeling of longing is probably the outward side of me yearning to escape. Nakai, could you answer this? That side of me is lost in the past now, though. In that case, I think you would use the ain suffix. Correct. Moving on, the suffix for. As my attention towards Muto slips once again, I spot Misha giving me enthusiastic thumbs up and a nod at her to settle her down. It's been a handful of days since Lily left for Scotland, days which have passed relatively peacefully. Life largely continued as usual, in contrast to what I had expected. While the thought of her may have danced around on the edge of my mind since she left, present events managed to subdue them, at least for the time being. So I find myself idly chatting with Hanako, as usual, when lunchtime finally rolls by. Are the later ones in the series good as well? Not really. You're best off speaking to the original. His latest... Wait! What is this a reference to? What is this a reference to? What is this a reference to? Is this... His later books didn't really live up to it, other than maybe God Emperor. Thanks, I wasn't really sure if... Oh my god, Hisao, you've become so based. What the hell? Oh my god. Wait, no, I've always known he read stuff. I didn't... Anyways. Why is that, like, detail just been slipping my mind? I feel like that's because it hasn't really been relevant in all the other routes. Like, like, in Amy's route, it was kind of minor, and Shizune's route... I guess it mattered a bit in Hanako's route. Thanks, I wasn't really sure if... As Hanako steps to the side, I see Shizune stride up in her typically business-like manner, flanked by her ever-present bright-haired shadow. Oh, Hisao, you don't know what Misha's going through. Oh dear God. Try as I might, I can't read any hint of their intent from their faces. Shizune's poker face. Although to be fair, I feel like Hisao going out with Shizune did make it worse in that route. Like in this route, where she's, you know, largely able to keep it under wraps. Shizune's poker face and Misha's seemingly boundless cheerfulness are a devilish combination. Morning, Shizune. Misha. Hi. I accentuate the greeting with a nod to Shizune in order to get the point across. She promptly and curtly returns the gesture to both of us. It's been a long while since I've really talked to either of them. For a while I thought they might be avoiding me, but I came to the conclusion that Shizune really isn't the type to do so. Morning! Shi-chan says that Muto wants to see you sometime. Because of this statement, my face contorts as if I just eaten spoiled food, giving Misha no end of amusement. Wahahaha! Anyone think you were in trouble, He-chan? You may not be aware of it, but you have the least to worry out of anyone in the class. What an unexpected vote of confidence. Even Hanako nods hesitantly to affirm the point. Aw, thank you. Is Hanako a little bit taller than you guys? Might be. Thanks, I'll keep that in mind. There was something I wanted to ask you, though. And what might that be, Heat-chan? I have a feeling this won't go over well, but here goes. Is there any reason why you and Lily don't get along? Seems like even a little civilities would help you both in your duties. Hold on, let me go. Something real fast. Water. I need that. I have returned. Is there any reason why you and Lily don't get along? It seems like even a little civility would help you both in your duties. Shizune's cold stare after Misha happily signs the word "stop me in my tracks." In hindsight, I really could have worded that better. Wait, did I close the fridge door? Yes, I did. I'm just paranoid. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Hanako move back just a little. Thankfully, Shizune notices this and lets her temper dissipate as she forcefully runs her hand through her hair in order to let off steam. Perfectly on cue, Misha begins interpreting the second Shizune's arm begins to move. I would say such matters aren't relevant to you, but since you seem to have befriended Lily... She pauses to adjust her glasses, evidently attempting to articulate her point in the best possible manner. While I assume the same of her, I cannot call my own views on the matter unbiased. Suffice to say, we were closer before than we are now. Shizune makes a quick gesture to Misha to stop her from interpreting, then has a quick meeting with her before proceeding. The fact that the two can communicate so easily, yet so secretly right in front of us, is slightly disconcerting. Oh, buddy. In another time, yet... Oh my god. After the Shizune round, it's just like, you can't understand her. I'm like, ugh. Hanako seems to share my curiosity at the proceedings, looking on with slight, thinly masked interest. As they finish their opaque conversation, Misha looks slightly deflated. I guess her opinion on the matter wasn't followed. Shi-chan says you should ask Lily about it, as she doesn't want to be the one that gets you involved. Oh well. I'll just have to ask her after she gets back. At least I got some information out of Shizune. The two having been on close terms means that they weren't always at each other's throats, or at least not quite to this extent. I understand. Thanks anyway. With the nod and a farewell, the two break away and walk out the door, no doubt headed straight for the student council room. Could have gone worse, I suppose. Hanako lets out a long breath, relieved at the confrontation's resolution. I can't say I blame her. I will see you later, then. Yeah, I'll meet you in the tea room. See ya. With that, she waves and joins a trickle of students leaving the classroom. Nakai, could I speak with you for a moment? Delivered in his typical monotone manner, he apparently decided that I need a reminder to see him already. Eventually, I finish packing my things up. By the time I reach the classroom, it is... reached the desk. The classroom is close to empty. Yes, sir. He looks up, taking measure of my face before giving an awkward, or rather, obviously acted chuckle. You don't need to feel guilty. You're not in any trouble. I just want to ask you something I've asked a few of the other students so far. Oh, so what do you want to talk about? To start with, what do you think of your progress in this class so far? Good? Bad? I detest that kind of question. For a fair amount of time, I try to think of a response that is neither particularly humble nor cocky. The thing is, if you act too pathetically humble nor cocky, if you act too pathetically humble, people are gonna hate you, like, because, in a way, acting too humble actually makes you seem a little cocky. Do you get what I'm saying? I'd say I'm doing okay. The work doesn't seem too hard, and I'm doing better on the tests than I thought I would. That's a good answer, a correct one, too. I give a mental sigh of relief at his satisfaction. To say I don't gain a little pride from his comment would be a blatant lie. In the maelstrom of thoughts clouding my mind after learning I'd be transferring to Yamaku, my school grade seemed utterly unimportant. Being entirely clueless as to what skill level would be assumed of me once I had actually got here, I was hugely relieved when I found out I understood well enough the schoolwork we'd be doing. I know your circumstances might have thrown a wrench into the works, but have you ever given any thoughts to your future? My future? What you'd like to do as a profession? Hey, we had this conversation in the Amy route. Do you have any thought of where you'd like to be in 10 or 20 years' time? I wouldn't be surprised if you covered this ground in your previous school, but I don't have any record of it if you have. Oh, lordy. I suppose the last year of high school is the time when students would really need to be thinking about such things. To be honest, I haven't lent it much thought compared to my immediate situation. Catching on to my thinking, Muto speaks up. It's okay if you haven't decided on anything specific yet. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of your classmates were still undecided after all. Maybe pursue one of your talents. He's obviously trying to squeeze an answer out of me, and something about his previous wording makes me suspicious. He didn't seem to be intent on asking anybody else like this, so he must have some kind of selection criteria. At a guess, our grades in his class. Well, something in science might be the path of least resistance. His face brightens, no doubt pleased at the thought of a prize student following his subject as a career path. Good, I have a general idea of his first step. I'd advise you to think on it, though. Well, things are kind of settling down, which will help. Good to hear. I noticed that Ikizawa's attendance and grades have improved since you came to be friends. I'd like to thank you for that. Oh, really? I'm surprised you noticed we knew each other. He gives a chuckle as awkward as a smile. This guy really has no idea how to properly act around others. Every facial movement seems like an act of careful but misdirected choreography. Muto quite obviously has autism, let's be honest here. Just look at this guy. He kind of reminds me of... kind of reminds me of a Okabe from Steins Gate all of a sudden. Like, same build, right? And same... Anyways, you could say that having a general idea of who knows whom is part of a teacher's job. Catching himself before he goes off on a tangent, he loudly coughs into his hand. I'm sure you have things to do, though, so I'll stop here. Please do think about where you're headed from here, as you don't have long before you finish high school. I'm way past high school, and even now I'm getting all stressed about it. Oh my god, it's been 10 years since I've started high school. What the hell? That's not right. I will. Thanks. Where is there? What's going on? It's been 10 fucking years since I started. On one hand, like, a part of me knows I've grown so much as a person, but just a part of me, like, kind of wants to... Man, like, imagine if you could have all the... I was about to say, like, if I could go back with all the knowledge I have now, but then I'm like... But then again, I know a lot of, like, regression stories and, like, animes and stuff, and they all fucking suck, so... Well, I don't know about all of them, but... Okay, I've only seen a few, but I'm sure most of them suck, so actually, I don't know. That would be kind of... Oh, but on one hand, it would be great, right? On one hand. On the other hand, there is just so much work that I've done, right? Like, I just imagine that this entire channel I have would be wiped away. And I don't know if I like that. Oh, see, that's the thing, right? It's like, a part of me is like, I want to go back, but then you think about all the stuff, like, even if you had all the knowledge of today, all the stuff I've done in the past, like, all the achievements, all the hard work, I'll have to do some of this stuff all over again. I'm just like, is it worth the effort? I don't think it is. The brief talk ended, and I take my leave. What the? Oh. The brief talk ended, I take my leave. He goes back to fucking fussing with the teaching materials on his desk. This is one of the times I'm envious of Lily, almost maddeningly so, to have one's future so clear and so assured, yet working towards it from such a young age. Oh my god. I feel that. Now, see, here's the thing. I've always sort of known what I've wanted to be since I was little, right? I don't think I've ever had a point in my life where it's like, I don't know what I'm doing. Right? Or, that's not true. I've always known what I've wanted to be. I've never had any idea to get there. And I'm gonna be honest, that is just as infuriating. Because I'm just like, even now, right? I'm like, what the hell am I doing with my life? So knowing is like not even the start. Knowing what you want to do is not even the start of the battle. That's as far as I'm concerned. It's an idea so utterly irreconcilable with my own thoughts, mired in the present day just as they've always been. This is where I split a little with you, buddy. I've got an idea. It's just, how the hell do I get there? Some of this talk actually makes me a little stressed out. Man. Walking through the lobby to the cafeteria, I silently rue my daily routine, having been completely thrown off. It seemed like a normal day. I arrived in class before most, due to waking early and having been quite adept at chucking down the pills without choking as I get ready for the day. But as students trickled in, one never materialized. Hanako. I step inside, my eyes scanning the expanse of the cafeteria in search of a suitable place to take a seat. It's a task made more difficult by the group of students moving about and busily talking. Oh, is this her birthday? Yeah! A hand pounds at my back a couple times, severely winding me. Oh shit, I couldn't care less about the culprit as I focus my thoughts on my chest in a near automatic reaction. My hand instinctively tightens on my breast and I start going through the steps I rehearse in my mind every other day. Breathe steadily, in and out. With a measure of relief, I could slowly feel my chest becoming less tense. By the time I look back up, my face is covered in sweat from the experience. Hey man, are you okay? Kenji! God damn it, don't do that, you idiot! He retreats back, an expression of unease written on his face. In hindsight, I probably shouldn't have barked at him, considering he had no way to know. I give a sign to right myself in some difficulty. Sorry, I just have some chest problems. Sharp problems aren't good. It seems strange to see him so upset. The fact that he can't do anything about it irritates me. Let's get lunch. Okay, it's good to have some company for once. We start off to the serving line. One good thing is that Kenji and I can make small talks, as opposed to my only interaction between anti-feminist lectures. Seems like it'll be hard to find an empty table. By the way, I feel like I feel like Kenji grows less schizo, because remember the bad route of, Shizune's bad route, right? Or did he appear in the good route and I just skipped over it? Like, Kenji kind of seemed, you know, like, not completely fucking bonkers, right? Come to think of it, yeah, I've never met him going that far, and like he kind of just fades out of the story after a while. So seeing him here again, but like less schizo, is kind of interesting. Seems like it'll be hard to find an empty table. There's a few people I wouldn't mind sitting with. Nobody's like you though. I feel a shiver run through my spine. Clarify that now. They don't listen. Their minds are closed. It's a media, man. Goddamn brainwashing mainstream feminist fascist media. He takes a breath and I savor the second of silence. Damn it, they control everything, everyone but you and me. I relax a little while we grab our food and drink. So what you got for me? Huh? Come on, you've been hanging around that Sato and other chick for ages now. Rumors are all over my class and probably some of the others too. Eavesdropping isn't a good habit. Let me guess, you never did it? Not even when you're bored? Really? Well, what? Fine, point taken. Both of us have stopped to have the soup ladled into a couple of small bowls and placed on our trays. The concoction that lands into our bowl looks pretty questionable, but at least it smells reasonably good. As we take a seat at a miraculously free table, I try to think of something that would actually interest him at all. I hope I could come up with an acceptable topic. Found an answer to a weird question you asked a couple of weeks back, where Lily's non-Japanese half comes from, that is. Good man, it's Russia, right? It's totally Russia. Scotland. He's visibly stopped in his tracks. Scotland? And how's my reaction too? She can speak English fluently and everything. Damn it! Do you realize what this means? How terrifying this news is? What is it, the Council 300? Wait. I want to humor him. This is funny. Wait. Hold on. What am I supposed to do? So I'm supposed to ignore his insane ramblings. But according to the thing, I can either get Lily's route by talking about something at the final choice. That's the only one that really matters. So the question is, what happens if I do humor him? I know, I'm going off script here. The guy tells me to ignore his insane ramblings. I have no idea what it means. Enlighten me. I just lost 1,000 yen, man. 1,000 yen. Damn, this is the worst day ever. You're kidding me. You made a bet about her nationality. One of the dudes in my class was bugging me about it. I gave him some of my wisdom, and he had the audacity to say my logic was wrong. So what did he think? Germany or something. Germany. It doesn't matter. What matters is my 1,000 yen. Damn it, this day is ruined thanks to her. What a bit. What did she do? This is your fault. He looks utterly devastated as he wolfs down several clumps of his soggy, soy-soaked rice. It only takes a few mouthfuls before he pokes his chopsticks at me, stabbing the air repeatedly in revelation. Why? Didn't your mother tell you not to speak with your mouth full? He gives a dirty look before choking down the rest of the food left in his mouth and takes a gulp of his juice. It's rather unsightly. Remembering my own food sitting in front of me, I decide to get to the task of eating the cafeteria food over and done with as fast as possible. The sooner I do so, the sooner the experience will be over. So as I was saying, why would anyone want to live in that place anyway? I mean, what is there to see? Grassy plains, that's it. Lots and lots of grassy plains. And men in kilts. I'm not sure which is worse, this food or his worldview. I can see my face being dragged down by their combined weight. Not that he noticed or care. Well, it's not that bad. Why do you care so much anyway? She's just a class representative after all. He gives a malevolent chuckle. Were this anyone but Kenji, I feel uneasy at how he sounds. What? I found the chink in the Feminist Legion's armor. It took a while, but I'm confident this is how we're going to bring down the whole system. I'm about to blow your mind. Are you ready? I tune out his rambling for a moment as I finish my rice and start on the unappetizing soup. One taste is enough to confirm that it's cold. Ready as I'll ever be. I confirm that Lily is in the moth. What? Right, stay with me for a second here, and I'll describe the scene. I wish I could do so otherwise. Lily's there walking down the street after school. You're not stalking her, are you? No, damn, man. I do have some sense of self-preservation. Not what I was getting at, but good. But not dignity, or morals, or social standards. Well, that goes without saying. Under protection. Oh, let me guess. This man was about average height, had a slightly slender build, had blonde hair, looked foreign, and smiled a lot. He looked positively stoned. I take advantage of the moment to quickly gulp down a mouthful of cold soup. Seems like you're more observant than I thought. Yes, I've chosen well. He giggles a little, nods to himself so dramatically that it looks comical. I can't tell whether that's intentional or not, and that fact makes me frown. This is important ramifications, you know. If she really is connected to people like them, and we're smart about what we do with this information, we could turn this into our greatest weapon against the student council. Once he starts rambling about conspiracy territory, my juice becomes suddenly of much importance. Inner antipathy for Shizune. Doesn't seem like my business to go and interfere. Damn, not having Lily around is making my thoughts wander. I'm noticeably more bored and sullen without her company. Same goes for Hanako. All we do during lunch anymore is eat and play chess. Come to think of it, I need to go and check on Hanako after school too. Considering her much improved attendance, I'm guessing she's coming down with something. Oh, not Kai. I stop as I'm about to leave the classroom. He's holding out to me a couple of the worksheets we'd worked on during the day with his long, lanky arm. Do you mind giving me these to Ikazawa? I would normally grab one of the girls to do it, but I'm assuming you'd be checking on her. For a moment, I briefly considered the possibility of that being more than an innocent prediction. Anyways, yeah, a part of the reason I was able to, like, go off script for this one moment is because I recall I got the Amy route, right? Despite, yeah, just in Amy's route, I said I accidentally chose the leave me out of this one and pissed off Lily. Lily, no. And ended up pissing off Lily, right? But I still managed to get Amy's route, so I'm actually going to assume I'm starting to question. You see, I've got free will, right? Do I really need to actually now I do kind of want to check. I'm looking at a different guide right now. Yeah, okay, so... okay, so this guide on game FAQs appears to... yeah, okay, it is right. It doesn't matter. I'm right. I can go off script. For a moment, I briefly considered the possibility of that being more than an innocent prediction. I quickly discarded the idea, though. It's hard of him to think of acting in such a Machiavellian way. It's not in his nature. Sure, no problem. Walking up to the hallway of the girls' dormitory, several ideas of why Hanako's been absent float around in my head. The most obvious of them is it's just a simple cold. That being said, she might not even be sick at all. It's almost been a week since Lily left, and despite her appearing to be normal, I suspect that she's all somewhat more insecure about it than she's letting on. Eventually come to Hanako's dormitory room. It's a simple and brown door separating us. Her room position next to Lily's is extremely convenient and probably a large contributor to their meeting in the first place. Grimacing slightly at the prospect of her being sick, I wrap my knuckles on the door. Sans, I listen intently for any sound of shuffling coming from inside, but I can't hear a thing. I knock on the door again, slightly harder. Still no answer. How strange. A door opens behind me. A freckled and somewhat scrawny underclassman I don't recognize comes out and is briefly taken off guard by my presence. Hi. Oh, shit. Shit. Create a new save state. So this is one of those choices that apparently do not matter. But realistically, I think I would ask about Hanako. That's what the guide says too, but I realize it doesn't really matter. Actually, this may be a wait, is it? Hold on. Actually, this may be a rather fortuitous meeting. Hey, excuse me. Do you know if Hanako's come out of her room today or not? She doesn't seem to be answering. Ikizawa's Ikizawa. Her not answering the door is totally normal. The tall foreign girl is the only person she'll ever talk to after all. She gives a shrug before walking off down the hallway, having more important matters to attend to than Hanako or me. Her dismissive attitude annoys me. Hanako must have a reputation as a hermit, a reputation that doesn't seem outright undeserved, at least in the time before we'd met. Scratching my head, I make one last attempt at getting Hanako to answer as I knock on the door one final time. Hanako, it's me. Muto just said to give you some stuff. For a while, the attempt seems unsuccessful as the last. Just before I slip the sheets under her door, though, I can see the handle rattling. Hanako! As the door opens halfway, I do my best to look Hanako over as quickly as possible. It's a task made somewhat more difficult by her oversized gown hiding so much of her body. She doesn't look sick, or at least not immediately so. To be honest, I've had preferred that to her expression right now. Hey Hanako, Muto wanted to give you these since you weren't in class today. I hold out the loose sheets, which she tentatively takes in her hands. The way she moves is weird, devoid of thought, as if she's some kind of mechanical automaton rather than a living being. Are you okay? If you're feeling sick or anything, I could get the nurse. It feels pitiful to put on almost a routine get well soon act. I can't think of anything else I could possibly do for her, though. She seems to collect herself a little at the notion, but only a little. Hold on. I'm back. She seems to collect herself a little at the notion, but only a little. I'm fine. Okay. So you're not fine. Got it. An awkward silence follows. Hiso, you don't know. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know. An awkward silence follows, eventually ended by her nodding solemnly in farewell and closing the door. The entire experience feels surreal. More than a little put off, I wander back to my room and hope that she'll be better by tomorrow, despite not knowing exactly what's wrong with her. Oh, Hiso! Oh, God damn it. God damn it, Hiso. Once again, I find myself in front of Hanako's room after another of her unexplained absences from class. Nothing. Considering that this is the second day in a row she's been like this, I'm starting to worry about her. Summoning my willpower, I decide to try one last way to get her to respond. Hanako, if you don't say anything, I'll go get the nurse for you. Go away. What? It's hard to tell whether her tone's one of depression, anger, or both. What in the world can I actually do to help her if she doesn't even want help? The message is clear enough. I can't just leave her like this, though, just sitting in her room for days on end. Rubbing my temples in thought, I withdraw to my own room to think about how to proceed. Rationality is what's needed here, as an overreaction may just make matters worse. I dig around in my drawer after drawer of my desk, looking for where I put that damned piece of paper. Before she left, Lily told me the number to call her while in Scotland, and I wrote it down. Now that I need it, though, that damn thing is... here. Probably should have just entered it directly into my cell phone, come to think of it. Without further ado, I entered the numbers and anxiously pressed the call button. The fact that the phone rings at all shows that I got the prefix for a skull to call Scotland right, at least. I've never made an international call before, so that's some comfort. Eventually, the phone picks up, a feminine voice I don't recognize on the other end. It's probably Lily's mother. Sato? Yep. I soldier on the hope that she must know some Japanese, considering it's her daughter's native language. It's Hisao Nakai speaking. An enthusiastic sound of realization can be heard as she recognizes the language. My feeling of relief is incensed. You must be one of Lily's friends from school, correct? Wait. Oopsies. It doesn't. Yes, that's right. Pleased to speak to you, Mrs. Sato. It's so nice to have someone found so-and-so. Polite Lily, dear, it's for you. Oh. Her mother seems nice, if a little over enthusiastic given the mundane situation. There's a small silence as Lily takes her time getting to the phone. In the distance, I can make out her mother scolding her playfully for just getting up. Hello, Lily speaking. You sound awful. She makes it sound somewhere between a dying animal and a yawn. She'd be pretty late in the morning, oh, she really has no excuse. Oh, buddy. Ugh. Not feeling well. Just tired. What time is it there? Late afternoon. School finished for the day not long ago. You're really not a morning person, are you? Neither am I, buddy. I don't need you making fun of it as well. It makes a measure of restraint not to laugh at her pained groan. Poor girl. Aww. How are you doing there, Bar of the Mornings? It's been enjoyable. After not meeting them for so long, having a meal together with my parents is nice. Though the pool and the sheer size of the house might have something to do with the... Whoa! Dang. I mean, we've known Lily's a rich girl, but... Wait, was this revealed in the Hanako route as well? I don't remember. I know that, like, Shizune and Lily's family, they're like, on the rich side. And then you got Hanako, who's, like, on the complete opposite end. Whereas Hisao and Amy seem fairly middle class. I know nothing about Rin. Even Misha, I kind of wish I got more details. Anyways. Well, actually, no. They're probably all fair. Actually, no. Rin... From the sound of it, they seem pretty well off. Never mind. Even if they're not in Japan, from the way it sounds, her family must be pretty wealthy to live so luxuriously. Are things all right with you and Hanako? Damn, I was hoping it wouldn't be brought up quite so quickly. She picks up on that without a word being said. Hanako's not well, is she? How did you know? How's she right now? She missed school yesterday and it seemed out of sorts when I checked up on her. Today she missed school again, just told me to go away. We've seen this dialogue. Honestly, oh, want to give Hanako a hug. Hey, I'm sorry I can't be of any more help to you. It's not your fault. A good time in Scotland. It's nothing. Oh, that's different. That's different. It's nothing. Thank you for taking care. Okay, bye. Goodbye. With that, the line goes silent. The most immediate is what Lily was going to say. Oh no, I'm an idiot. Even such his appraisal would be largely correct. Well, first things first. For now, I need to sort out Hanako and make sure that she's actually eating okay. The occasional passing student gives badly hidden glances at the plate of food I carry to the female dormitories. It's hardly a meal to be proud of, only being a microwave meal from the convenience store, but it should at least fill her up. Eventually, I arrive outside her room, having to ward off a couple girls who would jokingly try to pilfer the food I'd taken so... What the hell?! Pilfer the food I'd taken so long to procure. I decided to forego knocking since it was proven to be an utterly useless measure, and it's somewhat difficult to do so with my hands full. Hanako, it's Hisao. I know you're listening. I got some food for you. Silence, as expected. I'll leave this beside your door. Please eat it at least, okay? There, I've said my piece. Now it's up to her. Putting the plate down, I walk back to my own room to eat my dinner. By the time I return to Hanako's dormitory, a good hour's passed. Thankfully, there isn't anything to be seen beside her door. I walk back at least somewhat happier that she's eating. If she intends to get through this by herself, then being able to help, even if it's just in such a small way, is at least something. I sit reading in the library after school, turning page after page, barely registering the words written on each out of sheer boredom. With my cheek resting against my hand, I can't help but noticing the slightly rough feeling against my palm. It won't be long before I need to get a razor. Giving up on reading, I simply let my head drop onto my book in front of me. Things have quieted down considerably since Hanako began attending school again. When she first returned to class, nothing was said nor done that wasn't part of the usual routine, and it's been the same way since. Neither of us desired to bring up her accident, so there simply wasn't any point in pursuing it. Thus, a few days went by, the daily grind continuing as it had before. Yeah. I've had no such luck. Troublesome topic of Iwanako. Why did this have to happen now? I turn and look up to the source of the tentative voice coming from behind me. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to disturb anyone. That's not it. I glance around the orange-tinted room, quickly realizing how silly my apology must have sounded. In the time I spent thinking and lazing about in here, everyone's well and truly left. Library closing. If you don't want to go, I could keep it open a little bit longer. It's no trouble at all. Don't worry, I should get going anyway. Thanks. Is there something wrong? You look depressed. Are you okay? Yuko nervously twists her finger as she says this, unsure whether she's overstepping her boundaries or not. I really can't tell if she's more worried about my mood or about bothering me. Normally, I just shrug it off and assure her that it's fine, but my reflective mood gets the better of me. Despite being staff, she really doesn't feel like an authority figure as the others. It's just, I guess the best term for it would be relationship problems. Oh, I'm not too good with that kind of thing. My only relationship ended a bit abruptly. If you want to talk about it, I mean, I could listen, I think. I feel kind of bad for bringing it up. She's not that old, though, so at least she could have a good chance of finding another partner. It isn't like we're in a bad situation right now. We spent many days together as friends. Sometimes we'd like to go out to do stuff, that kind of thing. I'm starting to want to do more for her. Learn more about her, be with her more. Wow, Hisao, you're brave talking about this with a random person. I'm not sure whether it's actually love or not, though. And our friendship, as it stands, is enjoyable. You shouldn't let that stop you. Sorry. How to say this, I think it's nice that you have a good friendship, but school is going to eventually end. Do you think you'll be fine with not knowing if it could have gone further after you've graduated? I guess that's a crux of the problem. I really have no idea what the answer to that question is. Well, I can't really help you there. What your true feelings are is something you'll have to decide for yourself, but I think if that you do love her, you definitely should say something. Yeah, I mean, that's true, you get a definitive answer. No, it didn't work. Instead of having to ponder over it forever. Never expected Yuko to sound so wise. It only makes sense that with more life experience, then I should have a better idea about this. Well, I suppose not much was actually answered. Talking to her has helped get it off my chest, and I have no doubt that I should confess if I really do like Lily. I give a slightly frustrated sigh. Only reading so much actually helps when it comes to a situation like this. Do you not read stories? She gives a girlish giggle, which only reinforces my view of her being different from the usual staff here. Aww. In the end, it all comes down to what will happen after school finishes once again. Considering what happened before I came to Yamako, it feels like having to keep up with a field of runners despite having started from a dozen yards behind them. It's just one more motive to move on from the past. Runners. Amy. The last thing I need right now is to get caught up in that and getting homesick while I'm at it. Once again, I find myself calling Lily. The phone bill is going to be horrific considering this is international, but it's worth it. I don't want to smooth over her feelings from the last time I called. I genuinely want to talk to her again. When the phone finally picks up, I easily recognize the voice on the other end. Sato. Hello, Miss Sato. May I speak? Damn it, I forgot how the rest is supposed to go. It's not encouraging to forget. May I speak with Lily, please? Hello again, Hisao. Are you teaching yourself English? Just a little. I don't think I'm too good at languages in general. Oh, don't say that. Your pronunciation was good. I'll get Lily for you. Just wait a second. I obediently wait as she goes off in search of Lily, the other end going silent. Eventually, a much more awake-sounding Lily than last time answers, the time being over there being past noon by now. Hisao, are you there? Yeah, I'm here. Hi. Good afternoon. Sorry for taking so long. I was outside in the garden. Gardening? Unfortunately, I found I'm no good at it, so I've just smelled the flowers. I think my fingers appreciate it more. Watch out for roses. I take Hanaka's recovered a bit. Yeah. I made sure she was eating, and eventually she righted herself. Thanks for the help the other day. I don't think I was really that much help, though. The main thing is that she's better, though. True. How's life over there? Feels like you've been living in nothing short of a mansion. I wouldn't call it a mansion, but it is rather large, is obviously what she wants to say, though modesty stops her. I'm a little envious, but it is her holiday. It's a nice house to stay in, though. There's a beach near here, too, which Akira is especially fond of. She's a swimmer. She's consistently dragging me there to have swimming competitions, which she wins every time. Lily doesn't strike me as very athletic at all. You'd be surprised. So not being adept at swimming seems logical enough. The fastest I've seen her move is her understandably relaxed pace during her walks to and from the suburbs down the hill to the school. It makes the image of her being swimming hard to imagine. The beaches there must look nice. They'd be less crowded than the ones around here, at least. Indeed, Akira says the area around here looks beautiful because it's so far outside the city. I only realize what I've said after I say it, but it doesn't bother her at all. It's still easy to forget that she can't see when she's not around. Despite the time we've been friends, that said, the local accent makes communications a bit hard. Oh god. Scottish English. It's a constant reminder that this isn't home. Now that I think about it, wouldn't Lily have a slight British accent to her? That's kind of cool. Well, the fact that she's not speaking, I assume she's not speaking American English. While the fact that she doesn't consider her parents' residence to be her home makes good sense, it makes me realize I can't really answer whether the same goes for me. Graduation from Yamako is different enough to view objectively, and I've spent so much time in this small room. I've come to accept the dormitory as my new home surprisingly quickly. I guess that would be hard to deal with. Is your knowledge of English holding up? Thankfully, I may be fluent, but I'm in a position where I have to use it often. Helps in curbing my Japanese accent. You have that, so it's been a useful practice. I hear you're trying to teach yourself English. More like memorializing a few lines and failing at even that much. I'm really not cut out for learning another language. My mission of defeat draws an amused giggle. I believe there are things one chooses to do in life, and there are also things chosen for one to do in life. You could take comfort in the fact that you're better in me than science and math, at least. Oh, that's helped is making me Muto's star student. That sounds awesome. What the hell? I wouldn't worry about it. They're a useful skill for many jobs, right? Oh, God. I mean, honestly, especially during this era, math and science was like the meta. So, honestly, yeah, good for you, buddy. That's what he tells me. His face veritably lit up when I said I'd go into a career involving either. We both share a warm laugh at the events that seem to have befallen each other on opposite ends of the world. It's nice and it reminds me of our simple small talk that I've been missing since she left. As each of us waits for the other to begin speaking, I decide to push ahead with my feelings. I can feel my throat tightening slightly. I miss you. The silence on the other end of the phone tells me she's given the words their due weight, but as I go on, I can't help feeling more and more apprehensive. Thankfully, the silence ends almost as quickly as it had begun. I miss you too, Hisao. Goodbye. Goodbye, Lily. Oh, that's it? That's it? Once again, the phone is hung up simply and without any further ado. That light, tentative, almost shy voice. Her warm and soft tone. I'd simply be lying to myself if I were to say I don't recognize a feeling for what it is. Thoughts of Lily dancing on my mind, I start anticipating a return. Today has been a most excellent day. Oh, okay. I sit listening to none of Muto's long-winded lectures, my mind wandering far from the scribbles on the dirty blackboard. Since I called Lily, my mind's been drawn in two directions, but both roughly lead to the same conclusion. I've started to feel oddly detached from my past life. Gain new friends and contacts, quirks of the school, all manner of disabilities in between. Someone had described the school to me, shrugged it off as overactive imagination. Felt like the Dutch. Oh my. That took me a sec to get the reference. Oh, it's a good thing I'm a history nut. Coming to this strange new land for the first time. Yeah. I found someone that's got me entirely smitten. What a strange life. I mean, you sure know. You know what? Before my mind can wander, though, I find a page of lined paper slipped up under my distracted face. The garish, bright pink ink has no doubt been penned by Misha. Aww. Don't look so bored, Hee-chan. School's over, nearly over. 3-day holiday. Aw, thank you, Misha. Misha's awesome. I am gonna say, Misha is awesome. Alright, we get Saturdays and Monday off. Can't complain about having less school, I suppose. I uncap my pen and scribble on the pages before covertly passing it back to her, flicking my eyes to the front of the class every now and then. Muto continues scrawling away at arcane equations and formulas on the board. Ah yes, we all know that, scientists are actually magicians. Like, look at physics and tell me that shit's not straight up magic. That's from like an old meme I saw. Anyways. Guessing you have something planned. Misha takes a paper back and hunches over comically, even for her, with her tongue poking through the side of her mouth. Does she interpret my expression as depressed and is trying to cheer me up? Student council work with Hee-chan, of course. We're still not brooding over that, surely. But Hee-chan could have helped us poor, lonely girls. I'd lend a hand for you today if I weren't going to be busy. Ooh, naughty, naughty Hee-chan. I'm just gonna meet Lily with Hanukkah. I don't know what you've got going through your head. So Lily's back. Yeah, she's coming on the evening flight with her sister, so she'll be back in school next week. She takes a note back and begins to write. I look up to see an unwelcome sight. Uh-oh. While I frantically try to catch Misha's attention, Muto confidently strides through the gap between the desks in the front of the class, his intent gaze focused directly on her. Oh, Misha. Misha's hilarious. She suddenly stops writing as a tall figure casts an impossibly long shadow over the page. He silently takes a piece of paper from her and begins to read. Sweating bullets, I quickly glance around the class, noticing their complete silence. Of course, it would just be one thing that actually gets their attention during the lesson. After a scant few seconds examining the page, he rolls the paper up into a small tube and lightly bops Misha over the head with it. Boop. Half an hour until you hop off to the student council. I think you could hold on until then. Misha's face cracks as the entire class erupts into laughter. He might well be awkward, but he knows how to handle her excellently. Oh, Misha, dear God. I'd probably feel sorry for her if I weren't busy stifling my own laughter. Hiso, is that one it? No, I think that's some foreign airline. And so the third aircraft they're not in comes to land. For the past half hour, we've been wheeling away at the time with a small snippets of pointless chatter. Lily and Akira's flight has been delayed. Oh God. And at this rate, it'll probably be dark before the plane arrives. Is that one it? No, the company colors are wrong. Hanako's eyes fall at her left and right, following the trickle of people in and out of the huge glass doors ahead of us. Fortunately, no one pays her much heed. Their attention apparently directed it towards greater things. Maybe that one is it. No, I think that's... Hold on a minute. That one might be it after all. Oh my God. It still takes some more time before the billboard changes the flight status to disembarking. A loud yawn sneaks up on me, not allowing me enough time to stifle it. My sleep patterns have once again been all over the place, likely a mix of worrying about Hanako and the side effect of my medications. Hanako, adorable. Hiso, over there. I look over to Hanako, then follow her gaze to the airport door. Oh, Lily, they're here. Really? Hey! We call out to each other in greeting, quickly shuffling over to the side to avoid blocking the passage of others. Lily! Aww. Aww. She's like a third sister, let's be honest here. Hanako jumps up forward to... Also, is Lily taller than Akira? Hanako jumps forward to hug Lily, a wide smile on their face being all that's needed to see her happiness at Lily's return. Lily simply smiles in return, her voice soft. It's wonderful to meet you again, Hanako. As the two girls give each other a hug, a well-deserved after that's happened while she was gone, I turn to Akira. Yo. You're pretty late. Yeah, there's a really bad storm over the airport. We got drenched just going from the car to the door. Oh, dear God. I guess you'll appreciate the weather here more then. Scotland is known for its rain. Welcome back to you too, Lily. Hanako breaks off from Lily as I speak. For a long time, neither of us says a word. Contrary to what I thought her homecoming would be like, the atmosphere feels awkward, almost stifling. Both of us try to guess each other's feelings, not quite sure about what should be said. Damn, this is exactly what I feared when I thought of her trying to move forward between us. Lily runs her hand through her fair hair and awkwardly twirls one of her bangs in her fingers, clearly trying to think of how best to react. Eventually, thankfully, Lily gives a small sigh and breaks the silence. Thank you, Hiso. It's nice to be back. Are you okay? You look tired. Evidently not recollecting herself all that well, she quickly waves her hand in front of her face to stave off any concern Hanako may have over her. It's okay, really. It's just a bit of jet lag. Weak. Akira's hilarious. Oh my God. You don't have any? She simply does a big grin, puffing out her modest chest. I feel absolutely fine. That's not fair. Haha. Ah well, you shouldn't take too long to get rid of it. Ah, that's right, Hiso. Yeah? Don't we have a holiday from school soon? Ooh, I'd have forgotten if Misha hadn't reminded me this morning. We got a 3-day weekend starting from tomorrow. Akira playfully bumps her elbow lightly into Lily's side, grinning. Interesting. Lily's route really does seem to be going as far as, what's her name? As Shizune's route. Because Amy and Hanako's route chronologically does not go very far. I don't know about Amy's, actually. I don't think Amy's went that far either. But her ending didn't feel as abrupt as Hanako's, because I feel like Hanako's just ended kind of suddenly, right? Hence why I need to read Sisterhood. Akira playfully bumps her elbow lightly into Lily's side, grinning. Told you I wouldn't miss it. You have something planned? Neither of you nor Hanako are busy. I've got no plans, so something to do would be appreciated. Hanako? No, nothing. That's good. I was thinking we could go to my family's summer house for a bit of quiet over a break. We've rarely used it recently, though, so we'd have to dust things off a little while we're there. Oh, where is it? Up north in Hokkaido. The place is practically deserted, so it should be a nice break for you guys. You're not coming? Nah, I got a little holiday of my own to set up with my boyfriend. Wait, so this isn't, wait. So we're not, oh, interesting, interesting. I lower my eyes at her, suspicious of her intentions. Sounds like we're just cleaning up the summer house for you. That's perhaps a valid conclusion. Both of us zero in on Akira. Her face somewhat evasive. Looks like we were right. That's just a convenient... Really, me and the guy left it in pretty good condition last time we were there. I promise. Now then, I'm out of here. Already, Akira. She quickly turns and walks away, her hand held high. See you in a few days, guys. Akira is so unfathomably based. Dear God. I love this face so much, by the way. It's like, it's adorable, but it's also like, it's also funny. It's like, it's a little trollish, you know? See you in a few days, guys. Lily and I can only sigh at her hasty retreat. Does sound like it would be a nice place to go. Lily gives an enthusiastic nod, taking her carry bag in one hand and placing her other on Hanako's shoulder for guidance as we begin to make our way to the taxi area. After the fracas of the past few days, we spend a weekend in the country alone with her, and after the fracas of the past few days, spending a weekend in the country alone with her and Hanako sounds like a dream. The more that I think about it, the more sure that I am. This will be the right time and place to confess my feelings to her. Ooh, okay, okay. 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 Oh, thank you to the second person that's dropped by. I think this is actually where I am going to leave it off, though. Shizune, Hanako, and Amy, and all this stuff before is Act 1. Okay. Hey, we got one more picture here. Okay. Okay, so I really like this. Lily seems to be a lot of people's favorite girls, and honestly, I can kind of see why. I really like this route. I really like this route. It is. Oh God. Okay. You know what? Enough gloating about the route. Honestly, I don't know. This VN as a whole is pretty enjoyable. So, anyways. I don't know if I will be streaming on Friday. I will be streaming on Sunday. Probably. Actually, I don't know. I'll have to check. I'll see. We get there when we get there. But yeah. Honestly, guys. Actually, maybe I will stream on Friday. I don't know. We'll have to see. I kind of make. I don't have like a solid schedule planned down. We make it up as we go. But yeah, if y'all enjoyed this video, everyone, please leave a like, a subscribe, and comment if you haven't done so already, and make sure to smash that bell. I am having a lot of fun. I hope you guys are too. And yeah, the sky is up, and you guys are awesome. I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.